Hey guys, this is Plague Wind here, and this will be the start of the invasion of the Imperial Fortress. So as you can see, Marshal Dewstack, who is the siege master of the Death Guard, has assembled his forces, and you can see he has several Land Raiders, their Baneblade equivalent, a few Vindicators, Predators, as well as Hellbrutes, and other siege weapons that are amassed to take down the Imperial Fortress. On the other side, you will see that Sicarius, who was in charge, who has been put in charge by the great wolf Grimnar, to assemble forces to protect the Imperial Fortress. So as you can see, we have several of the missile launchers. We have Sternguard and Vanguard veterans. And we also have assembled of a group of melta guns, multi-meltas, and power fist here. And then you will see also, you'll see several las guns. You'll even see a dreadnought that also has a las gun. And you will see a group of terminators who have chain fists and also assault marines that also have their melta bombs as well. Now, Captain Sicarius knew that the missile launchers would not be able to penetrate most of the armor that was on the vehicles. So he equipped them with special rockets that have armor-piercing rounds. So for the game, we'll tell you how the game will be. There's certain things he put in as protection. So the first thing he did, he put in a void field. And the void field will give them basically, it's 14 all around for the void field. And the shield basically has 14 layers to it. So when the las guns hit them, it can if it's a glancing hit to it, it can be ignored on a 4-up. But if it's a penetrating, it's a 5-up. If it goes through, it knocks the layer down by 2. A glancing hit knocks it down by 1. So that's how we're going to do it for the game, for the void field. For the missile launchers themselves, to have the semblance of the anti-vehicles, they are armed with a rocket that gives it strength 9. Basically, now it can glance on 5s against armor 14. Okay? Everything else is basically the same. And we're about to start it off. The board is set. Turn 1 is coming up. Hey guys, that was the end of turn 1. We rolled off and the loyalist was able to go first. And so they took advantage of that. So the first thing that Sicarius did, he had a surprise. He was able to deploy his 2 melta bomb mines, landmines. So how that works is that if a vehicle, the Chaos side is not aware of the vehicles and they were randomly set on the battlefield. So there's only 2 of them. Here they are. So if a vehicle lands on one of them, then it's a strength 10, 2d6 penetration for the rear armor of whatever vehicles. It's a one-time thing that goes off. So these are the 2 landmine melta bombs that were deployed. For the forces that shot, now also, I did mention in the first turn, although these missile launchers have armor-piercing rounds, they cannot shoot every turn. They can only shoot every other turn because they have to be reloaded and retrofitted with those. So they took their shots. So the next turn when they get to shoot, none of the missiles will be able to shoot that turn. So that's the risk they had to take in order to get an extra strength to their missile launchers. But they did cause pretty much damage to the Chaos side. So as you can see, they took a lot of shooting to crack this first Land Raider, and out came Plague Marines. So it finally exploded, and this is to show that the Plague Marines are here, as well as this one. This one only took 1 shot, it exploded. That was pretty impressive and stuff, but no casualties for both Plague Marine units. And for the Plague Reaver, it has 2 whole points left. So there you have it for the first turn. It is now Chaos' turn to retaliate. Turn 1 for the Chaos coming up. Okay guys, that was the end of turn 1 for the Chaos side, and as you can see, they started to move up. This was just a placeholder. Now it's just a difficult terrain. So he moved up, their forces moved, and then they shot at the void shields belonging to the Imperial side. And as you can see, they had lowered the field. It had 14, and now it's down to 8. So they really started tearing holes into their void shield. So that was the end of turn 2 for the Chaos side. But the hero, or the villain, you could say, for the bad guys was actually the Plague Reaver, because it caused the most damage with its cannon and its last cannons. So that was pretty brutal. All right, that was the end of turn 1. Turn 2 for the Loyalist side coming up. Hey guys, that was the end of the Loyalist side for turn 2. And as you know, the missiles couldn't shoot because they're reloading with their armor-piercing rounds. But the las guns were able to, with the help of the love of my life, because she's doing most of the rolling for me, blew up the Plague Reaver. So I was like, wow, she popped it with 3 las guns. So that was pretty awesome and stuff. And was able to cause a penetrating hit on this Land Raider and stuff. But it's the Chaos side now. They're going to retaliate. Turn 2 for the Chaos side coming up. Hey guys, it is turn 2 for the Chaos side, and as you can see, the Chaos side started moving up. The Plague, I believe I said that the last time that the Plague Reaver was popped, but as you can see, the Forge Fiends had, with their 2 Power Fists, has came in, and 1 actually made it through. And as you can see, there's no more Void Shield. So the Loyalists have no more protection, and now they can be attacked directly. And as you can see, the Land Raider is still functioning, both of them, as well as the Titan is still functioning, and the other vehicles. So the Loyalists are now going to have to think of a new strategy, because they can no longer just sit back with the protection of their Void Shield. Turn 3 coming up. Okay guys, that was the end of turn 3 for the Loyalist side. And as you can see, that this Forge Fiend was actually, they blew this up, the Loyalists. They were able to finally kill him with the last missiles that were over at the end. And both the Vindicator and the Predator, they blew them both up. I'm telling you, Monica, that's the love of my life, you guys. I will show you a picture, but she's like, nah, don't show my picture. So she's rolling some vicious dice over here, guys, and she done blown up several Chaos vehicles. Chaos is not happy with her. They don't want her rolling anymore, but it is what it is. But remember, guys, that the Loyalists have lost their Void Shield. So they're going to be taking direct hits, but they still get their 4 up for their cover save. So that was the end of the Loyalist side for turn 3. Chaos side is coming in. They're coming with a vengeance. Turn 3 coming up. So, guys, that was the end of turn 3 for the Chaos side. And as you can see, they are advancing steadily towards the front. And now that the Void Shield is down, they started shooting into the Loyalists. And one of the Long Fangs have died. But you will see here where a Forge Fiend had actually got in contact with the Dreadnought, but they both whiffed in the attack. And this Plague Marine unit, these guys are Death Guard. So guys, remember, for members of actual Death Guard, which all these Plague Marines are, they have a Feel No Pain of a 4. So we can tell the difference between normal Plague Marines and Death Guard Plague Marines. Anyway, they charged into both of the Imperial Guard last cannons, and that was the result. Killing both and actually making it to the wall. Once they make it to the wall, they're going to attach their bombs. So they have melter bombs, and when they roll, if they roll a 4 up, they actually breach the hole, and then they can actually start pouring in through it. Okay. The guys in the back really can't be attacked just yet, because you have to breach through the wall. So I didn't say that in the first couple turns. So there you have it for that part. And you can see that the shooting from Chaos also killed another Devastator unit member, and basically almost wiped out all the guys here. And this Chaos, this group of the Death Guard, they failed their charge, and they shot them and actually hit, but did no wounds to anyone. So there you have it for the Chaos side. That was the end of turn 3. It's about to start getting bloody, I believe. Turn 4 coming up. So guys, that was the Loyalist side, turn 4. And as you can see, the devastating units were removed. Not because they died, is because Sicarius had decided that because they would have to reload their armaments and the enemy was up close to them, he changed tactics. So the Terminator unit that he had that had the chain fist, because of the progress of the loyalist defense lines against their vehicles, he had changed strategy and was preparing for boarding. So because of the boarding he was preparing for, he put his veterans and he pulled out the dreadnoughts to aid in the preparations for the assault on the actual lines themselves. And that was also with the help of Space Wolves as well as their dreadnoughts. And as you can see here, this is still a whiffed battle. This is crazy here. And there was one of the Plague Marines who actually got shot by one of the last cannons. And the surprise, a loyalist, I have to give credit where credit's due. Monica shot him down. So the Titan is no more for the rest of the battle. She has her hand raised up in victory because she shot him down because she wanted him dead. So she got her wish. And then you can see here this assault marine unit here had attacked this unit of the Death Guard. And their unit champion had killed the assault champion, but the Chaos Gods did not deem it worthy, so he received no reward for it. And 3 Plague Marines died, the Death Guard, and 1 of the assault, and so they're at a standstill because you guys know that they are fearless. So that was the end of turn 4. And here comes Chaos marching on towards the Imperial Fortress stronghold. Turn 4 for their side coming up. So guys, that was the end of the Chaos's turn 4. And as you can see, the hole has been breached. They was able to plant their bomb. It exploded, and not only did they pour through the defense lines, but they also used their icon, and they were able to summon demons. And the demons are here, and they killed the remaining guys with last guns here that were still providing support. And then you can also see that this dreadnought was finally succumbed to the powerful blows of the Power Fist. And this Death Guard unit here actually defeated the Assault Marines, and the Assault Marines, they retreated back behind the barriers. So that was the Chaos side. They have actually accomplished their mission by breaching the whole of the Imperial forces. But as you can see, the Imperial forces are prepared to fight back. And this is the end, actually the end of the game. They are now preparing for the siege that will commence against them. And they need all the help they can get. Hopefully, their prayers, the Emperor protects, will help them prevail in the end. Thanks for watching, guys. That was the end of that game. And stay tuned to the siege of the fortress. Take care.